All right, everyone come sit in a circle. It's story time.
Oh shit.
Due to popular
Ugh.
demand in my comment section, you guys have been requesting me tell some stories from my time in the military. And two immediately came to mind. Can you not point that at my dick and balls? Thank you. This first one I wanted to talk about was my first real training exercise with my unit. So we went on a field training exercise, and my unit liked to go all out on the stuff we did. So we would bring out like everything. We'd bring out the guns. We'd bring out like all like M4s, M249s, like infrared sights, night vision goggles, like like we had it in the arms room. We were pulling it out. The issue with that was that you're giving these things to 18-year-old idiots who can't even keep track of their money, but you're going to give them things like night vision goggles. So inevitably, we lost like 4 pairs on this training exercise.
Oh, how expensive are night vision goggles for you?
Very expensive. I don't know the actual dollar value, probably like 15 grand a pair. 5 to
Yeah.
15 grand.
There's a hole
And-
in the ceiling.
Sorry, I farted too hard. Anyway, the so we lost a couple pairs of night vision goggles, and when you lose something that is what's called SI, sensitive or sensitive information, sensitive equipment, whatever you want to call it, you basically go on lockdown. So like nobody's allowed to leave. Like everyone has to stay in place. So this is like my first real experience of this unit. Like I've been there for 2 weeks, and we're already losing like expensive, very important stuff, because if you lose that and the enemy finds it, okay, well now the enemy has night vision capabilities, which they don't normally have. That's bad for us because most of our operations are at night. So we're on lockdown for like 4 days. They go through all the procedures. They call in like CID, which is basically the Army's like internal affairs. They come out, they're like interviewing
4
people.
days? Did you say 4 days?
4 days we were in lockdown where we had to sleep on like concrete floors, and like
I didn't know it was 4 days.
we weren't even allowed to go home and like get stuff or anything. It was just like whatever we had, that's what we had to live with. So at the end of 4 days, they're like, all right, we couldn't find them. You know, we interrogated a bunch of people. We searched everyone's cars. Like, they're not here. So the next step is we're going to go, well, I say we, but a certain platoon is going to go in the woods and look for it, but you don't know who it is beforehand. So we're all just kind of hanging out. And one of my NCOs comes over to me and goes, hey man, I've got this Carolina Reaper, and I'm trying to see if anyone wants to try it. And me, being a person who likes spicy food, I was like, fuck yeah, let's give it a shot. Now, mind you, I have no idea that we're even about to go do something. There's a dude creeping behind us. I can see him in the doorway. Go away. Anyway, so I have no idea that my platoon's about to get called on to go and do this hands across America is what they call it, where everyone literally like lines up hand to hand, walks through the woods to try and find night vision goggles. So I eat this Carolina Reaper, hurts like hell, don't ever do it. And the only thing
What
I
did
had,
it feel like?
it felt like me ingesting Satan's asshole. And so I didn't have anything to drink except water, and I don't think I need to tell anyone that drinking water after spicy food is a bad idea. So I'm sitting here, I have a Camelback, it's literally like 3 liters of water. I'm fucking going through this water like it's nothing. I'm in pain, I'm on fire, like my body hurts, like physically hurts. And they're like, all right guys, we got tasked to go look for these night vision goggles in the woods. And I'm like, oh no, please no. So we get in the back of a covered troop transport, and those things have, first of all, the seats in the back are literally just metal benches, no padding, nothing. Like the military doesn't give a shit about you, is what I'm trying to say. Nothing. So we're just sitting on this hard ass metal, bouncing around in the back, driving out into the middle of the woods. My body hurts. I feel like I'm about to shit every piece of my body out of my asshole. So we drive for about 45 minutes out to get to this place. And they're like, all right, time to start looking for these things. Now, this was in Georgia in the end of summer. So it was like September. And it was really rainy the weeks leading up to this. And Georgia, for whatever reason, has these super mutant mosquitoes that I swear to God, like 100% DEET is like steroids to them. They come up, you would like, there are buff mosquitoes in Georgia. I swear to God, you get out of the truck, they fucking come over to you and pick up an entire human being and fly away. And it's like, oh my God, they got Johnson. Leave him. Too late. He's gone. Anyway, we're getting swarmed by these mosquitoes. They're biting you. You're literally you can just watch everyone just swelling up in front of you. It sucks. It's awful. So now my body hurts. I feel like I'm about to shit everything out my asshole, and I'm being destroyed by mosquitoes. I can literally feel myself getting lighter from the amount of blood I'm losing from them. So we're walking through the woods. And now is where it really hits me. Oh no. I gotta actually shit. There is a single porta potty for whatever reason just chilling in the middle of a field. Not sketchy at all, right? That's totally normal. So I go.
God knew this day was coming.
God, someone was looking out for me. So I get over to the porta potty and I just absolutely annihilate it. Like head to toe, I'm drenched in sweat, just trying to push this fucking demon seed out of me. And after about 10 minutes, I'm finally done. And I hop out of the porta shitter. And my entire platoon continued on the search and didn't even realize that they left me. So now I'm standing in the middle of a field. I'm pretty sure I still had shit dripping down my leg. I'm just kind of looking around and like pretty much crying on the inside from a lot of different things. So I start walking back, and about 30 seconds into my walk, I realized I still had to shit. So I run back into the porta shitter. I shit for like another 5 to 10 minutes. And I come back out, and as I come out, my platoon was coming back from where they had just gone. So I just kind of got back in line and asked, I was like, did we find him? And they're like, no. And I was like, did you guys even notice that I was gone? And they're like, you were? And that at that moment, at that exact moment, I knew that if I ever deployed with them and something happened, I would be left in the middle of a war-torn country without the single bat of an eye. It would be like a week before they were like, hey, has anyone seen Shaller? Oh. And
he was near the porta shitter last time I saw him.
yeah. So that was like my first taste of my unit. Not a great start. And the worst part about it is we lost something every field training exercise. So this happened, minus the Carolina Reaper and everything else. We lost something every single time. We always had to go on lockdown. We always had to do this. It was just so ridiculous. It got so obnoxious.
Yeah.
But the other really funny story. This is actually towards the time when I was getting out. When I was out processing from the military, I didn't have to usually come in until after like PT hours and first formation and everything. So it was like 9:30 when I normally have to show up. So, but my alarm was normally set for the exact time that the horn would play in the morning, and that's where you're at first formation, company, first sergeant, platoon or company, blah blah blah, right face, present arms. You salute the flag in the morning. Well, I forgot that I had my alarm set for that exact time, and my alarm at the time was the saxophone intro to George Michael's Careless Whisper. So my first sergeant calls everyone to right face, and as soon as he says present arms, everyone snaps up to salute. Everybody was blasted by the sweet musical stylings of George Michael's Careless Whispers. My platoon sergeant was dying laughing. I'm scrambling to try and shut off my phone. There's like 26 pockets on these uniforms, and in that moment I forgot which one my phone was in. So I'm literally an idiot in formation, literally smacking my body trying to find my phone to shut it off. Oh my God, it was so funny, but it was so good. After the formation, we all went inside the arms room for like a little platoon meeting. I don't actually remember what he said to me.
He said something. Didn't he say something like he was just like, um, "You're just really like,
Oh yeah, you were
yeah,
really. He
yeah."
said you were really excited to salute the flag this morning, huh? And I was like, because it was like a porn intro song, and I was like, I was just trying to get everyone in the mood, Sergeant. Uh, it was
That's
rough.
amazing.
It was
That's
rough,
amazing.
but yeah, those are like two good ones that I could think of right now. I'll probably save the rest for a different episode. Probably do some basic training stories. I got some good ones from there. All sorts of weird injuries and like molds growing on human beings.
Mole.
Yep.
I'm
So,
old.
so appreciate y'all for hanging out, listening to the stories. Hope y'all liked it. See you guys for the next one. Still back there. He's creeping.